Have you ever tapped your card to check out without a second thought? Or grabbed some cash from an ATM thinking it's no big deal? These moments feel harmless, quick, and convenient. But what if I told you that this very convenience is quietly costing you a fortune? What if the way you use plastic is the biggest reason you're not building wealth and you don't even see it happening? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand the invisible forces at play and exactly how to take back control. The money you don't feel leaving your account is the money that keeps you poor the longest. Let's change that, starting right now. First, let's talk about the psychology of spending. Our brains are wired in a fascinating way. When you hand over physical cash, your brain registers it as a tangible loss. You feel the money leaving your hand. It's a real physical exchange. But when you swipe a card, that connection is severed. It's abstract. The transaction is just a tap, a swipe, a click. Studies have consistently shown that people spend between 12 to 18% more when using cards instead of cash. Think about that for a second. An 18% increase. On a $100 grocery bill, that's an extra $18 you didn't plan to spend. Over a year, that small percentage balloons into thousands of dollars, silently siphoned away, simply because the pain of spending was removed. The less you feel the purchase, the more you're willing to part with. This isn't about being irresponsible. It's about how your brain is programmed to react to different payment methods. Convenience has a hidden price tag, and it's much higher than you think. Now, let's zoom in on your ATM card or debit card. This feels safer than a credit card, right? It's your own money, after all. But this is where the invisible leaks start to multiply. Think about your daily routine. A coffee on the way to work, a quick lunch, maybe a snack from the gas station, a new subscription you forgot about. Each one is just a small, insignificant tap of the card. $5 here, $15 there. The problem is these small, painless transactions create a huge disconnect between what you think you're spending and where your money is actually going. If you were to map it out, you'd likely find a massive gap. We budget for big things, rent, car payments, utilities, but the hundreds of dollars disappearing on these small, harmless purchases go completely unnoticed. They're like tiny holes in a bucket, slowly but surely draining your finances. It's not the one big purchase that sinks the ship. It's the 1,000 tiny leaks you never bothered to plug because you couldn't see them. Your debit card makes these leaks invisible. All right, let's move on to the big one, the credit card interest trap. We all know how it works in theory, but the reality is far more dangerous than most people realize. You make a purchase, and you have the option to pay just the minimum amount. It seems manageable. But this is where the trap snaps shut. Credit card companies charge staggering interest rates, often over 20%. Let's look at a real-world example. Say you have a $5,000 balance on a card with a 21% interest rate. If you only make the minimum payment each month, it could take you over 15 years to pay it off, and you would end up paying more than double the original amount in interest alone. Your $5,000 debt just became a $10,000 problem. The balance grows slowly, almost invisibly, month after month. The convenience of buy now, pay later quickly turns into a cycle of debt that becomes incredibly difficult to escape. The system is designed to keep you paying and paying and paying. Let me tell you a quick story about someone we'll call Jason. Jason was a smart, hard-working professional. He had a good job and was responsible with his big expenses. Like many of us, he loved the convenience of his credit and debit cards. He'd use them for everything: groceries, online shopping, dinners with friends. He'd glance at his mobile banking app and see the total, but he never truly felt the impact of each individual purchase. He told himself he was in control, but over time his credit card balance started to creep up. At first it was just a few $100s, then 1,000. Soon he was carrying a balance of several $1,000s month after month, paying interest without even realizing how much it was costing him. The convenience had replaced his financial awareness. He was working harder than ever, yet his savings weren't growing. The small, easy swipes had added up to a massive financial roadblock.
Jason's story isn't unique. It's the default for millions of people who haven't been shown the hidden mechanics of modern spending. So why does this happen to so many smart people? It boils down to a simple, destructive cycle. It starts with the swipe, a frictionless, painless action. This creates a delay. You get the item now, but the financial consequence, the statement, the bill, comes later. This delay disconnects the pleasure of buying from the pain of paying. Then comes the interest. If you don't pay in full, that delayed payment starts to cost you extra money, compounding over time. Finally, this leads to stress. You're working hard, but your debt is growing, and your financial goals seem further and further away. It's a loop. Swipe, delay, interest, stress. And the entire system is built to make each step feel so normal and manageable that you don't realize you're trapped until it's too late. The modern financial world has been engineered to separate you from your money as painlessly as possible. Now, you might be thinking, so are all cards bad? Should I cut them all up? Not at all. The wealthy don't avoid cards. They use them differently. They use them as tools, not as an extension of their income. They operate with a completely different mindset. For them, a card is simply a transaction method, not a source of funds. They follow a few simple, non-negotiable rules. First, they always pay their balance in full every single month, no exceptions. This way, they avoid interest entirely and often benefit from rewards or cash back. Second, they meticulously track their spending. They use budgeting apps or simple notebooks to monitor every dollar that goes out, so there are no invisible leaks. And third, they set clear rules for their spending. They have a budget and they stick to it, regardless of whether they're using cash or a card. For the wealthy, a credit card is a convenience that serves their financial plan, not a temptation that derails it. So how can you start using this knowledge today? It comes down to a few practical, actionable takeaways. First, your goal is to make spending visible again. Try a cash-only week for discretionary spending, like coffee, lunches, and entertainment. Feel the money leaving your hands. It's a powerful psychological reset. Second, intentionally create friction. For any non-essential purchase over, say, $50, implement a 24-hour waiting period. If you still want it a day later, then consider buying it. This simple delay will eliminate a huge number of impulse buys. And third, use rules, not willpower. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account on payday. Use budgeting apps that alert you when you're nearing your limit in a certain category. Automate your financial discipline so you don't have to rely on feeling motivated. The key isn't to deprive yourself, it's to become intentional and aware of where your hard-earned money is truly going. As we wrap up, I want you to remember this. The money you don't feel leaving is the money that keeps you poor the longest. The convenience of a tap or a swipe is not free. It comes at the cost of your awareness and ultimately your financial future. But now you understand the game. You see the invisible traps. By making your spending tangible again, creating intentional friction, and using cards as the strategic tool they can be, you can take back control. You can stop the invisible leaks and start building the wealth you deserve. This isn't a lecture, it's a wake-up call. The choice, as always, is yours. Thanks for watching. If this helped you, consider subscribing for more insights on building real wealth.